morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome. My name is Carl Anthony, and this is AutoVision News Radio Live at AutoSens and InCabin Europe 2024. We are joined by Dr. Dirk Seebaum. Now, Dirk Seebaum is the product manager for TRIOPTICS, and he's been with TRIOPTICS for nearly a decade. He's responsible for the optical alignment solutions for ADAS sensors at TRIOPTICS. And Dirk, good to see you. Thank you for being with us, friend.
Thank you, Carl. Thanks for having me.
So active alignment, we know that continues to be a key technology for optical ADAS sensors. So with regard to active alignment, what are some of the most important trends that we're seeing right now?
Okay, Carl. The most important development we see as we continue to decrease in the pixel size. So currently the majority of the cameras is in the 5 micron pixel size. 3 to 5 megapixel cameras.
Sure.
This is going to continue into 2.1 micrometer pixel sizes for the 8 megapixel camera range, and will followed by the 1.4 micrometer pixel sizes for the up to 18 megapixel cameras.
Right.
So this will lead to increasing focusing requirements with the smaller pixel sizes, and that will require a more accurate alignment of the lens versus the imager in the optical axis.
I see.
But likewise, this also the lateral shift of the lens will be increased, will have increasing requirement, because this lateral shift is responsible for the foresight or viewing direction of the camera.
Right.
Another fact is that these smaller pixel sizes and larger sensor areas will make the cameras more sensitive to tilt alignment.
Okay.
So the alignment needs to make sure that the tilt and tip alignment is kept within tight margins, so the outer regions of the image don't become blurry. So overall, this leads to more requirements concerning the accuracy of the active alignment and also of the test.
Sure. Dirk, let's take a look at the side of things. What are the requirements for sensor manufacturing when we are looking at production as a whole? What comes to mind?
Yes, of course. That's exactly the other side of the coin, right? The precision on the one side, and then the production requirement on the other side. So if the alignment equipment is capable, in principle, you can always achieve high precision if you allow many iterations. So in other words, if you invest a lot of time in the alignment process, you can always achieve a satisfactory result.
Right.
But this is in contrast to the production requirements, which is measured by the overall equipment effectiveness.
Okay.
This basically means that you want to produce as many as good quality cameras as possible in a given time.
Of course.
So besides the accuracy, you also have to decrease the cycle time and increase the production yields. And this is why we help, and this is where we focus our efforts to developing our process, not only with regards to the precision, but also in decreasing the cycle time, the alignment time, and also to bring as many lens sensor combinations into a quality range in a given time to increase the overall equipment effectiveness.
Right. Dirk, all of these frankly challenging requirements that we've been talking about, can you give us some specific use cases that meet these requirements?
Yeah. I want to give you 2 examples.
Yes.
From the different areas of the industry. So several years ago, we started working with a company in the area of automotive rear mirror systems.
Okay.
So they had some experience, started with the manual manufacturing of cameras to make mirror replacement systems, and they found OEM business for that. For that technology. So that meant they need to volume and also need to come to a reliable production. So in the first step, we developed a semi-automated production line with that customer.
Sure.
That included a lens manufacturing, an active alignment, and also an end-of-line test station.
Amazing.
As a first step.
Amazing.
So as this became more and more successful and they found more and more business, they further needed to increase the production volume. So in the next step, they asked us to develop a fully automated production line,
Okay.
which we supplied last year, and that helped them overall to increase from a few 10,000 cameras per year to now a couple of 100,000 cameras of high precision, reliable production
Right.
for these mirror replacement camera systems. Yeah. So this is an example where we help a customer that was venturing into the camera business,
yes.
like starting to ramp up production. The other example is where we worked with a tier one that was already very sophisticated and experienced in the mass production of cameras.
Sure.
But they had to reach the next technology level. So their new camera they had was requiring 6 degrees of freedom, active alignment, higher resolution. They wanted to achieve lower production times, higher output, and they needed to increase the cleanliness. They wanted to do ISO 5 manufacturing in the existing gray room facility. So TRIOPTICS developed equipment and a machine for these customers to reach these production requirements, and also having ISO 5 clean room environment within our equipment.
That's incredible, and 2 amazing use cases. Yeah, I didn't know that, Dirk. Thank you for sharing that. As you look towards the future, what challenges do you see right now to that? What contributions do you want to make to addressing those challenges as a technology company with 2 incredible use cases that we just laid out?
Yeah. Besides these increasing production requirements or accuracy requirements I spoke about, we see, for example, the extension into other wavelength ranges for camera systems. So,
sure.
For example, we have a demand for thermal cameras to be used for automatic emergency braking. There might be legislation that will demand such camera system.
Yes.
So TRIOPTICS and also our mother company Genoptic, we have a long experience in thermal cameras and optics for thermal cameras over the years, and we continue to use this experience also for the camera production, so the active alignment and testing of camera, which need certain modified procedures which we are currently developing.
Right.
We also see a tendency that the market is looking for more correlation between the components they buy, like the sensor, the lens, and the final camera they're getting. So TRIOPTICS has a history from doing lens testing. TRIOPTICS became a standard in making sure that lenses are tested and customers get the quality and performance they pay for.
Yes.
Likewise, they want to see this for a camera system, yet not sure whether they buy high quality components and get a high quality camera. So this is another area where we see TRIOPTICS can help with our experience in technology to make sure there's a correlation between the components and the final camera, and make sure the customer gets the quality they require and they pay for. A third example is still the LiDAR market, where we still see a big variety of products that and different technologies, where we continue to help our customers to develop the right product and manufacturing technology for this variety of technology. So there's many companies that are not really mature in production, but they develop excellent sensor technology. And TRIOPTICS help them with a lab-to-fab approach from the very beginning of the product stage all the way into helping them to develop in a appropriate production solution.
Right.
So these are all examples where we see the technology developing, where we also see our competence and technology that we continue to use for these use cases and new technologies. Yeah, and TRIOPTICS will continue to do so, helping our customers with the latest technology and the best production equipment they use for their requirements.
I think that's the exciting thing, Dirk. You have this proven history with those use cases that we talked about, but yet you have an eye to the future and you have a successful track record to meet all those challenges in the future. Just wonderful perspective, and thank you for sharing the background on TRIOPTICS and your experience from all of us here at AutoSens and InCabin. Have a great rest of the show. Safe travels back home from Barcelona, and I look forward to being able to do this again sometime soon, friend.
Thank you very much, Carl. Thank you.
More to come from AutoSens and InCabin Europe 2024 from the Feira de Barcelona. I'm Carl Anthony, AutoVision News Radio.